Hello, welcome to another episode of Focus on Tomorrow. Focus on Tomorrow is an education nonprofit organization located in Chicago. Find us on the web at www.focus-on-tomorrow.org. You can also email us at info@focus-on-tomorrow.org. This is a reminder that this is a live call-in show. You can call us at 312-738-1060 with any questions or comments. Today, my guest is Uriel, who is with us with Focus on Tomorrow. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. This is the second time I'm doing it, and I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, so why don't you start by telling us a little bit about what you do?
So from the first episode, what I decided to talk about was, of course, I work with Focus on Tomorrow. And I'm also a video freelancer, which I go around and I work with other companies and I create some kind of cool content, whether it's like music videos or whether it's, commercials, whether it's skits or anything in that nature.
So, who music video did you do?
What music video did I do?
So
far, the last music video I ever did actually was, I want to say, when I did the Beastie Boys Girls, and that was because I had to do a project for my class in school. So that was like the last legit music video that I really did because that one we had to study the whole song and then we had to write a whole storyboard of how to do the whole video on the shot. So it was pretty cool. Do you like music?
Yes.
Yeah. What kind of music are you into though?
Well, I'm into pop music. Right now, I'm currently liking the new Ariana Grande song, "Dangerous Woman."
Yeah, you see, because you like Ariana Grande, you like the pop.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of good ideas what you could do within that because it's pop. There's so many different kinds of angles and script writing you could possibly do for it, and I don't know, your creativity just goes berserk.
Yeah, so you said, it's a lot of creativity that comes with pop.
Yeah, of course.
Do you think that goes with R&B too and rap?
Yeah, honestly, yeah. I would think R&B. I would definitely want to think R&B and rap goes together like peanut butter and jelly. I think being creative within that is really, really key. But I think for R&B, I think as long as you have a real, real, real good voice, or if you have you can really do your pitches and you have a good sound, then I think you could probably make it somewhere far. Usually.
So, who is your current favorite song?
My current favorite song? I don't have a current favorite song, but I have a couple artists that I would probably love. A couple Chicago artists I would love to actually do a couple videos for. Chicago artists will have to be let's see, like Saba from the Pivot Gang. Shout out to Saba and the Pivot Gang. They're doing real good out there. I would love to do a video for him. Mm-hmm. I would also love to do a video for Alex Wiley. I don't know if you know Alex Wiley. These are all local Chicago rappers, but I would love to do a couple videos for them. So if anybody out there who has contact with them, please let me know, and I would definitely come up with any kind of creativity and sit down with them. But as far as my favorite artist right now to that's kind of hard. I would definitely have to say, I don't know. I think Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar right now is really going real hard within his creativity because everything he puts out has never really a fail. So I'm thinking I like Kendrick Lamar a lot. Kendrick Lamar is a real good heavy hitter right now for me right now.
Okay, I agree with you. So, why are you so passionate about shooting videos?
I don't know. You gotta have a passion for something. Anybody has a passion for everything. So I think shooting any kind of visuals is just fun. You know what I mean? You have the power to create something, and you have the power to do something with it, and show the whole world. And you'd be surprised when people actually look at your videos. It's cool.
So you always knew that you wanted to shoot videos?
Nah, I didn't always want to know. From the first episode, I said I wanted to be a ball player, but I don't know. It wasn't really cut for me, I don't think I had the height for it or the or the skills for it, I'm kind of blind still. I have some glasses, but I think, doing within that started me off really well, especially doing a lot of sports. I love sports. Sports is awesome. I recommend everybody doing sports and following sports, and yeah. Definitely.
So, where did shooting videos come from?
Shooting videos came from just me looking at YouTube videos and seeing that, I could do that too. You know what I mean? Looking at music videos or looking at games and like whatever's going on, and looking at games or whatever's going on. I always wanted to be the guy who films it. You know what I mean? Or like if you say there's like a cool little basketball shot of like LeBron James doing like a fadeaway. I would always want to be the one to just like capture that moment within that shot. Being there. And not only that, but like I always liked it because like, considering I was like a TV guy and I was into like all these kinds of videos, I saw myself as like, I don't know, like a TV dude. So it was easy for me to get access to other places. So I was able to go to anywhere, like any kind of like performances or any kind of like, able to go to any kind of like festivals or any kind of like things that are going on basically that I get to record. And that's just the fun part of being, having this job, having access to go to all these places. Having to record a lot of Palooza without having to buy a ticket or doing all this kinds of stuff. So yeah, that's how I see my creativity. And yeah, but definitely sports and music videos and all kinds of cool little things like that nature. Except like animation. I don't think I would take animation. Animation's kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of too much of the extreme for me. I love watching it. If I could always collab with someone who's really good at animating, then I would definitely work with someone who's in animation. But I'll do anything in that nature but except like animation because I can't draw. Can you draw?
No, not at all.
No, I can't draw either. That's why I don't really try it.
So, like, have you ever wanted to, like, shoot a movie?
Shoot a movie? Honestly, I don't know. That's kind of a tough question for me because, like, I think shooting a movie is awesome, but it's like, I think it just takes so much time. But I would love to be part of it, though. I think it just takes so much patience and, like, I don't know. But if I was to shoot a movie, I'll probably just shoot, like, a comedy one. Or maybe, like, a Scorsese type of gangster type film. I'll probably shoot. Because that's probably always my favorite. So I think, I don't know, if I was to shoot that, I'll probably come up with the idea and I'll probably come up with the setting and the plot. But like, I wouldn't want to do I'll hire someone to do the script writing for me or something, And like, I would definitely want to need help. But doing movies, maybe. I would help out on the set, do some acting. I'll probably act before I do any of the visuals. I mean, what about you? Would you rather do a movie?
I honestly would. Like.
Really?
Yeah.
What kind of ideas did you think you had?
I mean, like, I like to do like romance movie or like comedy. I could do comedy. Or like drama. Like I'm currently in the works right now, so.
Currently in the works of what?
Yeah, I'm putting together a little movie. Like I'm writing a book, and I plan to bring it into a movie soon.
All right, that's awesome. That's really cool. You see, and it's things like that. You see, like I think you have the ability of doing that, other than me, because. I can't sit there and write a book. So you right away, you already knew you're already at the works of writing a whole book, and you're already transferring it to a screenwrite. So there's people who are skilled like that, and that's why I would definitely have to work with you maybe one day if you start writing that book and you start writing that thing. I mean that's what it takes, honestly. So. Like, you answered my question. Would I want to make a movie? Maybe if I had you by my side, probably. You know what I mean? So, I mean, that's really awesome. And I think that's really cool. And how people should really, like, write books and do a movie out of it. But it's just too much writing for me. I don't know.
Do you think, like, social media is involved in making a movie aspect?
Is involved in making a movie aspect? I mean, I think it's a great source for them to promote it. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Like, for example, like, you know how, like, when you put together a movie, like, how do you exactly know, like, what to put in that movie? Don't you gotta, like, reach out and see, like, what people like, for example? Like, a movie, let me put out a movie. Chirac, let's say that.
Okay.
Like, if people respond well to that movie, like, can't you, like, piggyback off that? Like, not do, like, the same movie, but, like, make it your own, like do something different but better.
Yeah, I mean you could definitely do that. I mean you could do. I guess you could do like I guess you want to say like like a replica of the same movie, right? So if there's like a 2012 type movie, you would want to make one of exactly like that, would probably be better, right? Yeah, I mean people do that plenty of times in the movie industry. There's always movies and characters that have the same plot and they have the same. They have the same idea, the same concept. So doing that, what you're talking about, yeah, you could definitely do that all the time. And that's how people come like me to play. You could have, you could have skits off that little part. You could go to, I'm pretty sure you've seen Rocky, right? Rocky, if you've ever seen Rocky, like as a boxer, you could have like a little quick, skit of you doing of that fight of you having Rocky. So it's something like that I really think. And for a movie like Chirac, I don't know. I mean, I hope someone could do Chirac probably, and if they do it, hopefully they could do it a little better.
Mm.
You know, because me personally, I really didn't like that movie. I mean, because I mean, of course, like you said, right? You don't like the topic Chirac, right? You don't like that name, of course. So, for Spike Lee to just put like Chirac as that, you know, as that title, I really kind of throws you off a little bit. But people gotta understand, like, you know, us Chicagoans, we're not gonna take it lightly because, you know, we know how we live, we know how it is in the city. So the fact that it comes out like that and he did it like that, you know, he just doesn't really know. So of course we're gonna have an angry reaction to it and to how he did it. But you know, of course he did it like it was like a screenplay almost, right? Like a bunch of poetry, and they used it to stop. You know, they used it to stop having sex to stop the gun violence. So you know, that's another thing that kind of threw somebody out too. So I think maybe if someone could create something like Chirac, but maybe a little better, not use sex and you know all kinds of other like things to do with it, then maybe we could come up with something great. Because I didn't like the play at all. I mean, when there was like a play, they did like a play and they did like poetry off it. I didn't really like it. It wasn't really too intriguing. And he did it within that Trojans and Spartans. So it's like, you know, people might think that's dumb because, oh, you know, Trojans and Spartans are really a big gang in the city. Like, that's not even no gang. But, like, you know, the way he was doing it was like, you know, you have Trojans, you have Spartans like back in times when the Trojans and Spartans would fight all the time. You know, they would do wars and wars and wars. So he tried to do it within that aspect and then to get along with each other and, like, you know, and hopefully combine. But who knows, maybe if you have some ideas, you could probably do some good Chirac movies, right?
Like,
hopefully.
I feel like it should have been more relatable to teenagers because that was just more relatable to adults personally.
To teenagers? Why the teenagers, though?
Because
don't you think it should affect the adults, too?
Yeah, but no, I'm saying like that movie was like wasn't really for us as teenagers because it was based around sex and violence, and us teenagers like we shouldn't be like looking up to that. It's like something that's cool when it's not, and like it should be related to us because like teenagers nowadays are joining gangs. I heard so. If you make it related to something like school related, like it'll be like much bigger. And if you do it by like, you know how gang members is in high schools. So I was thinking like if you do it by having gang members in high schools, like they have a conflict, but they come together through a school organization and to make a difference. So like now that's something relatable. That okay, we got a caller so.
You have a question, caller?
What is the best school to become a filmmaker?
What is the best what, I'm sorry?
The best school to become a filmmaker.
The best school to become a filmmaker. Oh, man. There's a lot of good schools out there to become a filmmaker, but I think the best part to become a filmmaker is you.
Yeah.
I mean, you sound so young, so you sound like... You know, you're very intrigued and you really want to know what it is to be a filmmaker. And I think it really just takes you and your creativity and, you know, your power to do everything you can. So if you really believe into being a filmmaker, like, you know, like you were saying, right? Or like how I was saying, then, you know, you could be unstoppable and you could do whatever you want and people can see it and people will see it. So the best school for filmmaker is just you. You're the best filmmaker.
But can I piggyback off that?
Yeah.
All right. So I think, because I want to be a filmmaker, so I want to be a film director, actually. And I've been looking into many different schools. And the number one school that I have seen was New York University. That's a college. And it's like, I think it's the best because it's a lot of people that was in the film industry that made it big. And I'm not just saying go there because you make it big. I'm just saying go there because they have connections and networking, and it can easily help you build up and become a good filmmaker. Since when I did research on it, I saw that only 3% out of 100 people is actually a film director, and that's crazy. And for you to be a girl, like I feel like that's something that you can make a difference too, because there's not a lot of female film directors out here. So if you want to be a film director, go after your dream, because that's what I'm doing myself. So.
Yeah, I mean, like, even if you don't want to go to school either, there's also programs like Focus on Tomorrow, where we teach you guys how to do the filmmaking, how to do it, and it's always one step at a time, and we're teaching you guys baby steps, and you get to learn, and yeah, you could be a great filmmaker anytime you want.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, well, good question, good question. So, like, have you ever seen a movie that's like makes you want to cry, just break down like you just watching?
Yeah, of course. There's lots of movies that make me want to cry. I remember Marley and Me was a little
Oh, yeah,
was a little teary
sad.
because I have a thing for dogs. As much as dogs are sometimes annoying. Especially the little ones, like the
Yeah.
hairless ones.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not a big
know.
fan of those, but yeah, like Marley and Me though. Marley and Me was probably like one movie that really made me tear. You know what I mean? I actually teared more for Marley and Me than The Notebook. Have you ever seen The Notebook?
I seen it a long time ago. I don't
You gotta
know.
see it again because apparently that's
Yeah,
like a big love story
I
and
know.
stuff, and they make a thing like they make a whole big thing. But if I was to really choose a really good career of doing filmmaking like and legitimately, I would definitely do any kind of gangster movies. Not talking about no gang banging movies. I'm talking about gangster movies like Godfather and like you know what I mean. All these kinds of cool things because there's just so much time into it. They put so much time into it and so much story behind it and so much cool actions and like the exposition and the plot and you conquering and I just love it and I think that's what I would probably do easily. That's what I would probably do.
So, would you make it based off violence or like romance, drama?
No, man. I would definitely not do about romance. I would definitely not do about romance. I'll do drama. How does drama sound?
Drama?
I mean, dramas are like I don't want to say violence, because of course there's gonna be some violence.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like action. That's
Action's the right word I'm looking for. Action's probably the exact one I'm looking for. But other than that, I think if I was to make any films, I'll make it through social media, like you were talking about. Because nowadays people are actually making movies through social media now, right? Like little 14-minute videos, little 15-minute movies, and that's really really cool. I think that's really cool because people are always on the move now. I don't think people really want to sit down and look at a movie and actually sit there sometimes. So for it to be like shorter now, for people to just actually watch it and get about their day, I guess that's what really brings it in its own little world.
Yeah, but I feel like you can't get paid by that way. Like, can you? Like, is it possible for you to get rich?
You can get paid anyways.
But like, get rich though. That's what I mean. Like, become a millionaire by making 14-minute videos.
See, that's what sets you apart. That's what sets you apart from the rest. Because like, you bring in a borderline. It's like, what are you doing it for? Are you doing it for the money? Are you doing this filmmaking to be rich, to be a billionaire, or are you doing it for your creativity and the love? Because if you start off with that, if you start off with doing it for the creativity and love, then eventually the money's probably going to come in. You know what I'm saying? So for you to say, can you be rich off it? Of course you can. Anybody can. You know what I mean? Especially if you have the right viewers and the right people, then you could definitely make money off it. You could definitely maintain off it. But not only that, it's not just about the money, but it's just the fact that you're doing what you love doing.
Yeah, like that's how I mean. Like I'm wanting to be a film director because it's something that I find interesting that I love to do. But at the same time, like where I'm gonna stay, like I want to make money too. Like, I want to be able to take care of myself and my family.
And you have to.
And we have a caller.
Caller, you have a question?
Yes. I'm wondering about some of these jobs in the film industry. I'm hearing you say, you can be a director, you can make your own movies, but can you tell me about some of the other jobs that you can, obtain in the film industry?
You get plenty of jobs, actually. You can get the job as being a cameraman. You could job as being a producer. You could be a job as being a writer, a script writer for it. I mean, basically, when it comes to like the film industry, there's lots of jobs and lots of hands that need to be needed inside the job. So you could actually be from serving coffee to being being the actor there. So there's plenty of jobs and there's plenty of opportunities for you to be involved into it. And yeah, I think that's the best way to do it. So there's all kinds of jobs you really want to do. So the fact that you say you know what kinds of job is really up to you exactly what you want to do and what you could actually, expertise in. That's the word, right? I'm looking for. You could be an expert in. So basically there's so many jobs and yeah, you could pick whatever you want, and if you're skilled enough to do it, as long as you're in that field, I mean, I'm pretty sure you're capable of doing any one of those.
So it's like a film director similar to a producer?
So a film director to producer?
Yeah.
See, well, I guess you could say, I mean, the thing about the film director and the producer is the producer would be the one to, produce the whole show and make sure everything's all right for it. Then you have the film director who wants the exact shots and he wants the whole exact way how he wants it shot. So it's really up to you exactly how you want to do it. But, you know, a lot of people like power. And, you
yeah,
know,
I love that.
a lot of people love power and how they really want, how people really want, you know, how they really want the shots to be done, and they really have a visual how they really want everything to specifically be. So I think, you know, a director would be really, really cool. You know, you'd be the one out there and stuff.
Because
you know,
a director is like, don't they like pick the actors and pretty much direct everything? And
yeah, you usually have all of you usually have all of them in the room
Okay.
sometimes too, depending on. But especially now if you go big time, I'm pretty sure they already have it set up. You know, they already have like a whole list of which actors they want to do. But like, yeah, they do. They definitely do a lot of acting jobs. You know, a lot of cool acting jobs. A real good show is Entourage. You should watch that show.
What
You want-
show is that?
It's called Entourage. Entourage is a real cool show. It's about an actor and like his daily living, but like you get like the whole documentary side and like the whole literally like number side and like how to act and all that kind of cool shit's in there. So it's a really cool show. I recommend everyone try to watch it.
So, do you think documentaries is better than like creating like fiction?
You see, that's hard because like if I was to say a documentary or like a film or like a movie would be like that would be the same. That's kind of hard for me to pick. But I really love documentaries though. I think if there's an opportunity for me to create one or like have one, like, you know, keep doing it, I would definitely do documentaries, do stories, cover stories, like real life stories of people and like what they do and like whatever they do in their creativity. But I think I would definitely think documentaries is my upper hand.
But it's like it's not really that many documentaries that's like really known as fictional movies are. So.
Yeah, but definitely not. I mean, you won't really see. I mean, yeah. Why would? I mean, they wouldn't be called a documentary, right? If it was just fictional. But I don't know. I mean, I just say documentaries because like you just get like the real life story of stuff, and you know. But yeah, again, a lot of movies are based off true stories too. So a lot of it could be real true too. So I mean, you could play both parts of it. So. It works either way, however you want to do it. But I think documentaries, it's where it sits out because what a documentary is like, you're getting informed about stuff. You know, you're learning about things and you're learning about, you know, behind the scenes of stuff. And I don't know, I think that feeling is way better than seeing an actual movie from it. So
True.
I think I'll take a documentary side easily. I would easily take the documentary side. I mean, what would you rather do?
I would rather do fictional, of course, because you get the art. Like I mean, like documentaries, they're good too, but with fictional, that's when you feel people like real life emotions. Like I can relate to a fictional because sometimes they write fictional to relate to us, and with documentaries, they good too, but like they sometimes be boring. Like, so I'm not really a documentary type of fan unless it really pulls me in and makes me think like, wow, okay, that's deep.
See, and that's the upside of being a documentary because you might think it's too boring. But as you do real good documentaries, because that's the thing about documentaries. I mean, some movies are boring, right?
Yeah,
so there's specific types of documentaries that you would want to see. I'm pretty sure you would want to watch an Ariana Grande documentary.
No, not really.
You wouldn't want to watch an Ariana? That she's like your favorite artist ever.
I just like her songs. I'm not like.
You like her songs, so do you have like a favorite artist then?
A favorite? I mean, I got plenty of artists that I like, but I mean, I really can't think of one at the top of my head. But I say Adele, like she up there.
Okay, cool. So say you wanted to watch a documentary of, you know, Adele creating the album that you love. You know what I mean? Because I'm pretty sure there's one album that you really love and you keep playing, right?
Yeah.
So wouldn't it be cool looking at behind the scenes of how she made it, right? Having behind the scenes of questioning them about how they created it, how they managed to put the whole album together, and then have crazy footage and crazy scenes of her just doing the song in the photo booth or, you know, being up late in the photo booth. So, and that's a documentary side you could probably get from it.
And I think it would be cool, not just to see the documents, but to also be there at her live concert.
Her live concerts?
Yeah, but like they super expensive.
And you could film, but the thing is, if being in the film industry, there might be an opportunity where you could actually just, you know, work there and actually film her whole concert. So it's like you're actually there.
Alright, so would you like to say anything? I'm sorry.
Follow your dreams, guys, and make sure you come to Focus on Tomorrow. We got the website.
This is a reminder that Focus on Tomorrow is an education nonprofit organization located in Chicago. Find us on the web at www.focus/on/tomorrow.org. You can also email us at info@focus/on/tomorrow.org. Thank you for watching us and thanks for joining me, and see you next week on Focus
Later.
on Tomorrow.